Good morning and welcome to our Path to Promote week number 2, Business Basics and Getting Organized call. So we're so excited to have you on the call with us today and that you have chosen to work the Path to Promote program. I hope that after 1 week you have started to really dive in and that you're looking at your weekly goals and evaluating how you're doing so far and really taking the program very seriously, because as you do, you are going to have success and you're going to move forward, and every week is going to be better and better as you move towards that goal of 2-star and then of director. So welcome to our second training call this week. This is Wendy McGee, and I'm really excited to be hosting a call for our Path to Promote consultants and for everyone who is on the call. Sorry if I'm looking at the slide and losing my train of thought there. But I'm really excited for each of you, and I'm excited for the topic that we have chosen for week 2. Last week, we kind of got you excited, I hope, about your why and about dreaming a little bigger about what can happen in your Heritage Makers business. And this week, we decided that it's important for us to hit on the basics. And we know that you've had some great new consultant training. You can go back and review that if you need to. You've been through probably your 45-day fast start, and you've gotten off to a great start in your business. But we want to keep you focused on staying organized and using your time wisely. And I think there are 2 big reasons for that and why we have put this at the beginning of this program. The first reason is that it will really help you to work smart and to focus on those things that are going to create sales and sponsoring in the amount of time that you have. Now, last week we talked about filling out your little chart, your little time management sheet that's in your Path to Promote booklet. So I hope that you did that, and I hope that you looked at where you're putting your time in right now, and also kind of maybe took a serious look at where you need to put your time in. Now, the second reason that I think it's so important that you are organized, and what does it mean, and we're going to talk about what that means for everybody, but that you have a plan in place and that you're working and are organized is because people are going to be looking at you. And the bigger your team gets and the more that you grow as a leader, you are going to find that people are watching you, and they are going to want to be like you. And if they see you scattered all over Tarnation and not organized and feeling out of control in your business, they may go, I don't know if I ever want to be what Wendy is because she's all over the map. We want them to look at you and go, you know what? She has got it together. She's organized. She's in control of her business. She's in control of her time. That is how I want to be. And she's making things happen with the time that she has. Now, we talked a little bit last week about time and how some of you may have 10 hours a week and some of you may have 30 hours a week. And what you put into that time and how important it is to make sure that those are activities like workshops and sponsoring appointments and doing things that are going to create sales and also new team members sponsoring in your team. So as you work your business smart, you will find that you have as much time as you need for those activities. You can get a lot done in 15 minutes if you know what you need to get done. And so we are just really excited to put this in at the beginning because we feel like as leaders, we want you to not only learn or use those principles, but teach those and be an example of those in your business. So let's go ahead and get started with the call. And I kind of skipped ahead here to the second slide. So congratulations to all of us, or all of the consultants in our team who set in their goals and who worked with their upline directors this week. I had some really fun mentoring calls this week, and I was really excited to hear the progress and the excitement and enthusiasm of what my personal consultants and my team are going to be accomplishing this month. So I'm really excited for everyone in our Path to Promote group, and thank you for those who are on track. So to be a business builder and to work towards director, you must be consistently and actively working your business. I think the most important word in that sentence is consistently. So you need to put together a plan that you can live with and that you can do every single week. If you run so fast that you're just burned out after the first month, it's going to be hard for you to maintain that and to keep going. So you want to do something that's going to create increased momentum every week in your business, and it's going to create the power that you need to move forward, but also that's going to be something you can maintain and be consistent at. Organization is important okay? I don't want you to get stuck on this part of it. You know, you can sit and organize and organize and organize and no action happens, right? But it is important for you to take a look at the activities that you're going to need to do during the month and get organized and get ready to do them. And you need to find what works for you. And remember that no organizational system is perfect for everyone. I sometimes feel like I'm the most organized person I know, because the systems that I have in place are simple, they work for me, but then I might run into somebody who I go, oh my Lord, she's so much more organized than I am. I wish that I could be that organized. But my organization and preparation work well for me, and they work well for my family, and they've worked well for my business to grow and to move forward. So you need to find what works for you, and remember that it's the action that's going to create the success. You can organize all day and you can prepare all day, but if you don't go out and do anything, nothing's going to happen, right? So work smart and use your time wisely so that you can focus on sales and sponsoring. Get prepared. Do the things that we're going to talk about that are important to be prepared, and then you're going to be able to go out and make things happen. And you're not going to spend all of your time trying to backtrack and go, oh, I wish I had that ready, or oh, I should have been ready for this, or I wasn't ready when someone talked to me. You're going to be ready to go. So first of all, this is a business. Treat your business like a business. You know, my husband has a trophy and awards company with his family, and they have 2 stores. And what if he decided, you know what, I'm not going to prepare my showroom. I'm not going to get my cash register, you know, ready with change. I'm not going to advertise this week. I am just going to kind of show up and hope for the best. I'm not going to get prepared. He would not have the success that he could when customers come to his door and he opens the shop or the showroom and wants to show them something if he has not been prepared and treated his business like a business and is ready to present to them with his very, very best face and you know, best foot forward what he has to offer. So treat your business like a business and be prepared so that when opportunities to talk to someone about becoming a client, about becoming a consultant, let me share this with you. Here's an idea book. Oh my goodness, I have a business opportunity packet in my bag. Oh, I have a book. Let me show you. Oh, I have a business card. Be ready for those opportunities that are going to happen. You are a professional. You don't look very professional if you are not prepared. You need to be ready. And you are also a leader. We are grooming you and teaching you and preparing you right now to be a leader in our company. And we set a professional example of a professional personal publishing consultant who is someone who takes their business seriously. And you are polished and ready when those opportunities happen. Be smart with your time. We're going to talk about that a little bit more as we go through the call. But be smart with your time. Some of you have more time than others. If you, well, I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but do what you need to do to be ready for your month, to be ready for those opportunities when they happen. Take the time to organize yourself, and we're going to talk about that. Prepare for your business activities every single month. Set an example for your team to follow, and stay in control of your time and of your business. You know, one of the most frustrating things, I don't know how you guys are, but I'm kind of the person who I never could do my homework unless my room was clean. Like when I got to college, if my roommates were messy and everything was messy, I couldn't settle down and study. And I'm kind of that same way with my business. Now, don't get me wrong, my house is organized, but not like perfectly clean every minute or anything like that. But if my office and my desk are a crazy nightmare, I can't get in the groove. Like I sit down and I just look around and I'm like, whoa, it's killing me. So you need to stay in control of your time and of your business. You need to take the time, just that little bit of time to get yourself organized, to make sure you feel comfortable so that you can be effective with the time that you have. And a few minutes of organization can lead to lots of really, really productive hours of action. And be ready for big opportunities. Be ready. Be ready, be ready, you guys, be prepared. Do you see a theme here in this call for when those opportunities happen? He who fails to plan is planning to fail. We need to get ready. We need to be doing the homework or doing the little bit of background that we need to do so that when we open our doors for business, which is every day, right, when we're sitting there at the ball game or we're ready to go to our workshops or we're at a show or a trade show or an event, we are ready. to put our best foot forward and to be very polished and very professional in what we do. So what are some things that we want you to do as you grow into a future leader? Well, we want you to set office hours. We want you to be intentional about the time that you work your business. You need to create a schedule for what you do and when you do it. Okay? When are you going to hold your workshops? Do you have those mapped out on your calendar? When are you going to do your host coaching? Do you have that mapped out on your calendar? Follow-up phone calls. When do you call your clients? Do you just kind of call them randomly, or when do you call them? Mentoring your clients and your consultants. So important that you have time during the week for calls with clients, but more importantly, as you grow your team, calls with consultants. Time for you to talk with them about their concerns and help them to stay motivated and inspired and on track with what they're doing in their business. Personal training. How much time do you put into your schedule for that? Do you have even any time allotted for that? And personal publishing of projects. You need to have, that may sound funny that we tell you to put some time into your schedule, but you need to be a product of the product. If you're not publishing, if you're not excited about what you do for a business, you won't be as effective as a consultant. You need that brand new book coming, that brand new canvas, those cards, whatever it is that you have published that you're most excited about right now, so that you can share that when you make those business contacts. Plan your work and work your plan. It's really, really awesome when I see a consultant who says, when I talk to her and I say, okay, so tell me a little bit about your week. And she is just snapping it off to me. She knows when her workshops are going to be. She knows when she's making phone calls. She understands that she only has so much time. She's put her family first. She will be an effective and successful consultant because she is working the plan and using her time very, very smart. Okay, so set your office hours. Now you need to have a weekly business plan. Now this may shift as weeks go by, but there are some things that probably will stay pretty much the same. Now this is just an example, okay, of a weekly business plan. This particular consultant works 9 to 1 Monday through Friday. Okay, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday evening she does 7:30 to 9:30. So she is working, probably those are her workshop nights, or maybe even she has a call one of those nights, right? Now, you may not be able to put this much time in. That's a lot of time. That's, 6 hours. Let's see, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 5 hours. 5, so that's 25. Well, that's over 30 hours a week that this particular consultant is putting in. Okay? But I promise this particular consultant's business is growing. And she has a couple of days where she's set workshops. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, she does workshops. Okay? Whether that's in the morning and then in the evening, however she does it. Then on Thursday, that's her personal training studio and social media day. Maybe that's the day that she updates her Facebook groups. Now, she may touch her Facebook groups every day for a little bit of time, but it's a little bit of time, like maybe, 10, 15 minutes, not 3 hours, right? She gets lost in, in Facebook. I love this. Follow-up Friday. Follow-up Friday is the day when she closes the deal. She's calling back the clients, back the hostesses, back the people that she's talked to that week, and she is finalizing the sales for that week. Now, doesn't that sound like this consultant treats her business like a business? It certainly does to me. She is closing up the business for the week. And if she's on path to promote, then she's able to go, okay, I was able to get 2 new consultants this week, 1 new client, 4 new workshops, this many people that are active. She is able to close that up every single week and get it all, squared away for the month or for that week. Now, the second Saturday, she holds a DigiCrop. So maybe she doesn't work, Monday through Friday are her normal business hours, but she has a second Saturday that she holds a DigiCrop. Now, maybe once or twice throughout the year or every quarter or as often as she wants to, she's holding a trade show or, going and participating in a trade show. So that may be something that is happening, not all the time, intermittently, but she's putting that into her business plan. So your business plan may look something like this. I have this many hours to work every week. I'm going to do workshops on these nights. I'm going to do follow-up calls and sponsoring calls and stuff on this morning. And then, I'm going to set a goal that once a quarter, I'm going to be involved in a local trade show or some kind of, Time Out for Women or something that we have that you could be involved in where you can, a women's show where you can go out and find new contacts. And I would really suggest to those of you who are in Path to Promote that you are doing something at least once every 3 months, some kind of show. And you can share that usually with an upline leader or another local leader or another consultant who's somewhere in the area who can work together with you on that. So having a weekly business plan. Now this daily planner is in Virtual Office, and it's really awesome. Amy Austin, who is a gold director out in California, put this together. And it's really simple, but I've used it, and it's awesome. This is something that will give you every day. If you want to plan every day, now some people cannot put this much time into their business, but do you see how it gives you an outline of things that you should focus on? You know, you take just a couple minutes and you update your Facebook page, and then you get on and you call. And look, she called 3 people who are low on not credits. She shouldn't say credits didn't work. I have points or have Premier or no points, right? Then she calls 3 that are on basic that do maybe have some points. And then she calls 5 from past events who showed interest. Now look how organized her time is and how smart she's working her time. Then if she's got time still, she works on the sponsoring, calls the publishing clients, calls 5 who've expressed interest. And then team support. You're thinking about the people in your team that you need to call. You know, and you might take this little planner and break it up into a week and say, do you know what, on Monday I'm going to call these people in the morning. On Tuesday I'm going to do my sponsoring calls. On Wednesday I'm going to follow up with my team. You know, maybe that's how you break it up, but it gives you a guideline of how to run your business smart and effectively. And I love this little chart. So thank you to Amy Austin for helping us to outline the important places where we spend our time. Make a daily to-do list. Now this is something I've done for a long time, and probably some of you have heard me talk about this. Now I don't list 10 things, I list 6. And 6 has just gotten to be my little funny number. And I have a little mom agenda that I live out of, and I write those on the left side of the day for the next day every day. Okay? Now I try to do, mine I break up a little bit different. I have personal lists and then I have business lists. Now I love though that this is giving us the suggestion that if you make a list of 6 business items that you have to do, the top 2 have to get done. So the top 2 are the most important. And sometimes my list will be names. It'll be 6 names of people that I need to talk to tomorrow. And I will do everything I can to talk to those 6 people, because probably a couple of them are team members, but at least one of them is a potential consultant or potential hostess or somebody that I would like to get in touch with that's going to help generate some sales or sponsoring in my business. Write the list the night before, okay? And this is something that if you get in the habit of, it'll just become like for me, I can't go to bed until I've written my list. And it's really simple, but it keeps me on track. And you know what? There are days when I can only work, you know, a half an hour. I've got a crazy day. I've got lots going on with my family or my kids, and I only have a half an hour. Do you know what? I know exactly what I got to do. I've got to call Debbie Rasmussen. I've got to call Terry. I've got to call, you know, Jeanette. These people that I need to get in touch with. Or I need to get 2 workshops booked because my calendar's getting low. So as you get going in the groove of your business, this will get really easy. You'll know exactly what things need to be on that list. And a lot of times they'll carry over from the day before. You know, you wanted to book 4 workshops, you only got 1 booked. Oh, okay, got to book 3 workshops. Oh, got 1 more booked. Got to book 2 more. And you'll just carry them over. Make sure that they are focused on the activities that are going to grow your business, which are what? Sales and sponsoring, right? Okay. Now we put this slide in here, and I love this. Now your consultant website, I want you to take a little bit of time to write your consultant website and make it awesome. Make sure that people know how to get a hold of you. This is, again, another part of being professional. What is your story? What's your why? Why did you get involved in Heritage Makers? Write that into that welcome area of your website. Make it more brief, obviously, but put it in there. Make sure that your email is in there, that you've got a cute picture, you know, picture of you or you and your family or however you want to, you know, use it. And if you have a Facebook or a Twitter or a blog, make sure that that information is in there. And then update your Heritage Makers website. Make sure that your name is after the little heritagemakers.com. Do those things so that people, when people go to your website, they go, this lady is serious. She is really in business. I can see her. Join her team. Oh, my goodness, here's her why. Oh, she has a blog, or oh, she has a Facebook. Whatever it is that you want to attach it to, don't get caught up in the details of it, right? But make sure that that has been done, okay? Social media. Now, as you grow a team, you're going to want to do more of social media. My suggestion to you right now is just stay involved in your upline director or upline senior leaders Facebook, and that's it, that you get the tips and the help and the call information, and then your Path to Promote group that you're working together with them. Don't feel like right now you have to have your own Facebook page for everything. Do post, though, things that are important to you about your business. So for every 3 or 4 personal posts, make sure you post a project that you're working on. Make sure you post how much you love your business. Make sure you post about how you're going to be in this area for this workshop, or, oh, you're so excited about this. And just mostly use your personal Facebook page to just let your friends and family know what you're doing and let them know that you're in business, right? That you are a professional, that you are out there building and creating something that you want them to be a part of. Okay? Awesome. Now your calendar, we talked about this a little bit before. I am funny because I live by my iPhone. I love my electronics, right? But I have a little mom agenda, and it's just a little 8.5 by 11 book. I found it from Oprah like 4 years ago. I think this is like my 5th one. And there's tons of room to write, and I'm kind of a list maker and a writer. And so I like to write things out, and I like to plan my days that way. So whatever works for you, if you're a Google Calendar girl and you love to have everything electronic, awesome. If you want to write your appointments, that's fine. Put your family appointments first, book out your workshop times, put your calendar together, and then use it, and it's the Bible to you. That is how you live and die by your calendar. So, and if your calendar is booked correctly and you know the hours that you're working, you are going to be effective, you are going to be successful. Now, I love this too. This is something that if you wanted to just be really organized but really simple, this is very similar to what I have in my office, okay? I have a client binder, I have a consultant binder, I have a workshops binder, and I have a training binder, okay? Now, you don't really need the training binder yet, but I would suggest having a client and consultant binder and a workshop binder. So let's talk a little bit about what you might put in those, okay? Oh, whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to skip to the next slide, right? Let's go back. So in your consultant binder, you are going to keep track of the interview sheets that you do with your new consultant. Your new consultant interview sheets are going to go in there. It's going to tell you about those consultants. You're going to write notes on them. You're going to keep those. I have a ton of paper that I have written on, contact cards, stapled, taped, all kinds of things. That's kind of my contact binder. Those are people that I've met. Some have signed up, some haven't, some I haven't talked to in a long time. But whatever works for you. Now, some of you have VO Plus accounts where you can put contacts into that. I also have that. That is also a great way to keep track of your contacts, especially those that you're going to be continuing to contact and email. Now, don't get bogged down in this part, you guys. Don't at all. In fact, if you're just barely starting to sponsor, don't even worry about this yet. You can do this later. But to have your consultants, your clients, your workshops kind of organized so that you have things there. Now, by your workshop binder, that's where you keep all of your order forms, everything from your previous workshops, so that you can go back. I keep my hostess list in there. I keep my guest list in there. That's a place where I can go to at any time and pull some cold contacts when I'm getting to the point where I need to book some more parties, I need a little help with getting some more contacts. I can go back and look through those, and it's just really important to keep your contacts. And then consultants, the same thing. Those that become consultants, those that become clients, keeping track of that, okay? We're not going to get too bogged down in that. Now, your membership activity report is something that everyone has in their studio and that everyone can work. And you guys already have some clients, you have some consultants. This is a place that you can find out lots of great information. You can see when they last logged in. You know, that gives you someone to call and to say, hey, I noticed that you have been working on a project. Tell me what it is. Oh, that is great. Did you know about Club? Or, you know what, you do a lot of projects. Have you ever thought about becoming a consultant? Let me get you some information. Okay? So your membership report is an awesome tool for you. Who last published, what level of club they're at, the total number of points when they get low, you know, how can I help you get on a higher level of club? These can be things that people that you call, right, and things that you do with that time that you have set aside for your client calls or your potential consultant calls, okay? And you're looking for, of course, always team members, but you're making those calls that are going to grow your business through sales and sponsoring. Total points, amount expiring, that is an awesome, awesome tool for you, so use that. and your list of 100. So for those of you that aren't new, some of you that are very new or have just done your 45-day fast start, this list of 100 is really fresh. And you've been working on it. You can get this in your virtual office library if you want the electronic one. I try to add to my list of 100 every single month. Now, obviously, my list of 100 is way more than 100 now. But I have a couple of different places where I've kept track of that. And I will go back and look through and go, oh, my word, I never did get a hold of her. I'm going to try her again. This list of 100, if you update it regularly, will become an amazing resource for you as you grow your business. And as you are in business for a long time, you'll find that there'll be people that weren't interested 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, that you'll call and it'll be different. They'll be like, wow, you know what, I just had an experience in my life where I'd like to do a book now. Or I've been thinking more about this business and I've got more time. Or I'm looking for a job and I'm really interested. So never, never, never get rid of your contacts. And you can put that list of 100 into your little binder that you keep for your consultants or potential clients. And go back to that and work on that all the time. So if you have not done your list of 100 for a while, this is part of your assignment and homework for this week. I want you to take some time and go through and work on your list of 100. Now, I love the exercise where you just write for 60 seconds and you just think of everyone you can and you don't stop and you don't write phone numbers or anything. You just write names and then you get to the end and you go, oh, my word, I wrote 20 names. And then you can put them into your list and get your phone numbers and get a little bit more organized. So, but I love this. This is a great thing, and it's got some prompts of, you know, neighbors, relatives, you moms and dads, working moms, you know, who might be interested in heritage makers, right? Now, we talked a little bit at the beginning of the call about being prepared. I want to tell each of you to take just an hour or maybe 2, however long it takes, get your kids to help you, get your materials ready for your workshops every month. Maybe you'll do 2 months worth of them. Get all of your order forms and flyers and idea books ready. Get your business cards on them. Get your contact information on them. Make your business opportunity packets, your workshop packets, whatever it is that you need to have ready. Take time to do all of that at once. So everything's ready to go when you have your 6 workshops this month. And you don't have to do that before every single workshop because that is a waste of time. If you can get all of that done, and then if there's a couple of months you have a little, you know, line your kids up with all of your stuff and you guys all work together and have a little party and put everything together, that will make you so much more effective. You don't want to waste time putting those things together when you have, oh, I've got a workshop, I've got to get everything ready. Don't do that to yourself. Get it ready in advance so that you are on the ball. Remember that polished professional person who is ready to open her doors and ready for people to see what she has and get things going. Now, this is an awesome slide that I thought was really important that we leave in here. I have one of these, and Amy Dickerson showed me how to do this, and she said, you know, you need a reference binder. And I was like, what's a reference binder? Well, I've had a reference binder forever, and it has millions of flyers that have been pulled out and taken out and whatever. Now I have a reference iPad, so you can get, you know, the point that you want to do that. I have all my documents from our Heritage Makers library in my iPad, and I can show that to anyone anytime. But I also have a reference binder, and I would suggest that this might be a little, you know, 20 or 30-minute activity of getting organized that's worth its weight in gold, because you can print all of the important things. Print the compensation chart, print the flyers for the month, print the hostess coaching or hostess form, print anything that you might need to show anyone at a workshop, or you know, if you were talking to a potential consultant, that you can just flip right to it. Remember, you look polished and professional, and you're able to show them just in a second how awesome the business is, and here's the information that I was just telling you about, and you're able to show that to them, you know, really easily. Always be prepared, ladies. You are your business 24/7. Be ready when you meet other people. Have those idea books already ready with your contact information on them. Have your books with you. Have your business cards, contact cards so you can get their information. And be ready all the time. And maybe they're packed in your new little HM tote that I just got mine and is sitting over here on the floor all packed and ready to go. We're going out of town this weekend, and I've got my binders. I've got everything in my little, you know, Heritage Makers tote that I roll around. But then I've got my little bag that I'm going to be carrying with me that has all of my information and everything that I would need to hand out to someone who was interested. Because when preparation meets opportunity, that is when success happens, right? Awesome. All right, so just as a review, what do I focus on? Sales, sponsoring. You are working on things that create those too, and you want to be ready so that you can focus on those. Don't spend time on focusing on non-income producing activities. Focus on getting prepared so that when you are there ready to talk to someone, you have everything in place. Your calendar is ready. You know what your time is. You're being wise about how you're spending your time, and you are ready and prepared when it's time to come down and do the sales and the sponsoring. And I love this. Write down your monthly goals. Keep your goals where you can see them every day. Whether it's an index card, whether it's your Path to Promote booklet right there in front of you, an inspirational quote that you love, put that, a picture of yourself with diamond underneath it. Whatever it is that keeps you motivated and keeps you inspired, keep your goals in front of you where you can see them every single day. Organize your business so you can follow the Path to Promote, using your time wisely, because if you are prepared for a great month, you will have a great month. All right, so we are going to go into, one more slide until we get into our mentoring. Don't get stuck, but this is awesome. Amy put this in here. All too often we spend too much time getting organized, getting ready to work, and we don't go out there and sell. So make setting up just the priority, something you want to do this week as you're getting going, but don't let it stop you from your action. Just set aside, say, you know what, I have an hour that I'm going to go ahead and get all my packets put together. I'm going to, organize my calendar, or maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then say, okay, that's good. I'm ready to go. And then get out there and make it happen. Okay, so this is just our training call, so there's not any consultant mentoring, but we would be having our consultant mentoring right now, and then we would move into our homework. So number one, get organized. Take 1 to 2 hours this week to organize and get ready for success. Make sure your workshop supplies, your business opportunity packets are ready. You've got created your weekly business plan. You know what you're doing with your time, and you know how much time you have. This is a business, right? Let's work it like one. How is your calendar? Make sure you have a plan for your time and that your workshops are on it and booked. Fill out your weekly action plan for week 2 and evaluate how week 1 went with your upline director. And don't get stuck in organization, but realize that working smart will help you to have great success and more time for the activities that are going to make your business grow, the sales and the sponsoring. So make it a great week. It's another week into Path to Promote. You should have progressed from last week, so we're excited to see how that's happening. And be sure to get with your upline director to have that mentoring appointment to see how you're coming along, because we are coming up on the middle of the month already, if you can believe it. And good luck. So excited to have you in this program. And be smart with your time and make it count. Thanks so much for being on this week. Bye-bye.